What's good with everyone today? Hope you're having a good day whenever you're watching this or whenever you're seeing this, or a good night. In today's topic, we will be comparing and finding out who is the strongest forward in the U20 arc. Is it Reni Toshi or is it Shido Ryusei? Um, Honestly, I made a poll on this like 2 days ago or yesterday, I think. I honestly just wanted to do this topic due to the fact that honestly, uh, it depends on what factors we're cutting in if you're comparing them as a striker or a overall player. And honestly, I've really been like just thinking about it. And I think that we should always compare Blue Lock characters as overall players in special cases where, if their position is a striker and you're comparing them to another striker, I feel like in that regard you definitely should do striker wise, like how good they are at shooting and etc. Right? So that's what we'll be doing today. We won't be comparing them as overall players, since I mean we can obviously always give that to Ren. I mean, it was good at Ren. He is the overall better player. He uses every single advantage to his own stature. It's like, yeah, like no, it's no competition. So first, let's go over shooting. Now, obviously, Ren and Shidou are both amazing shot takers. And by shot takers, I don't mean like field goal percentage, because man, both of them can take shots and miss. But I say it really depends on if we're counting Shidou in the penalty area. If Shidou is in the penalty box, he is most likely always going to make the shot, unless you just have like a miracle goalkeeper like Gagamaru. He's always going to make the shot. It's like he's ambidextrous. He has the dragon drive. Like he's pretty much unstoppable in the penalty box. We get that from third selection. And third selection is basically unstoppable in the penalty box. He cannot be stopped. Now, Ren on the other hand, Ren can shoot outside the penalty box too with his curve shot. His curve shot is pretty accurate. He specializes in his kicking accuracy in his curve shots. So he can shoot outside the penalty box and inside the penalty box with like really good accuracy. Uh, and we even see in U20 when Aiku tries to shut down his right leg by letting him shoot with his left, because he took notes that his left, of course, isn't as good as his right since it's not his dominant leg. But Ren is still able to shoot with his right leg, even with it being cut off with a outside spin. So even in crazy situations like that, Ren can still be a technical shooter, while Shidou is a more aggressive shooter and gets what he wants off of just instinct. So I feel like in that regard, if honestly I would say who is actually a better like shooter and honestly makes more of their shots, it will be Ren. Ren's shots are way more at a higher level of intelligence than Shidou, since Shidou just shoots when the ball's like right there. He just shoots. Even though in the penalty box he is extremely great, we are aware that he doesn't make every shot, because it's more just relying on instinct than just thinking about the accuracy, how he can get the goal off. It's just instinct, shoot immediately. Uh, to the point where even Gagamaru would be able to stop him. Now, Ren, on the other hand, again, a technical striker, is able to, build to his shot, set him up in a perfect position where he's able to shoot better, put himself in a better position where he can make the shot and get it off, right? Just putting himself in the best positions. Shidou, on the other hand, I'm not gonna lie, it would take like a midfielder like Sai to put him in those really good positions, but Shidou himself, no, I don't think so. I'm giving this to Ren because Ren can personally put himself in the best scenarios and best positions to score in. All right, Shidou shooting again is really aggressive. He can get to a goal, but I'm trying to talk about efficiency and doing it consistently. I think Ren could do that definitely more, especially if we're taking both of their flows into account. All right. So next, let's talk about dribbling. Now, funny enough, I personally do think that dribbling does go to Shidou. Shidou has a pretty aggressive dribble from what we see in the second selection. game against Kunagami and Rayo, and we are just aware like he's actually pretty solid dribbler. In the U20 game, pretty solid dribbler. Ren, I wouldn't necessarily call Ren a good dribbler. When he enters flow, it's more like he's just good at duels, like physical duels. I wouldn't necessarily say he's doing anything crazy with his dribble moves. But I personally think that Shido would get this. Comparing his aggressive dribbling to even Ren's flow, I just feel like he's better at duels, but it's not because of dribbling. He's using his opponent's um, things against them by, stopping the defenders from doing exactly what they're supposed to do, right? So I'm definitely going to give this to Shido. Next would be playmaking. Now, playmaking, I mean, this is very clear. I think it goes to Ren. Shido doesn't really pass at all, and when he does, it's just so he can get the ball back. Ren will be able to set himself up and players up with his puppeteer style of playing. He expresses on this a lot before he enters flow, and even when he enters flow, he's still able to, pass to Isagi or pass to Iori for them to pass back to him so he can do what his play needs to do. So I feel like on a playmaking level, he's just way above Shido. Shido does have good spatial awareness, but that's really only when it comes to shooting. Again, Shido isn't by any means a dumb player, but I don't think he really uses his intelligence to the full extent for him to be able to play make like that, right? Now, vision. Funny enough, this is actually a debatable topic, I feel like. Vision, I'd personally say that Shido honestly does have a really high level of vision. His spatial awareness is really good for offense, especially in the penalty box. In the penalty box, he's basically able to see everything. He's like locked onto the goal. You'd think he honestly have Predator's eye. From what people say he doesn't have Predator's eye. But I'm just saying, I feel like he just might have like an automatic based Predator's eye. Like I just feel like that's in his bag. Ren's vision is more similar to Isagi's before Metavision, like he can see the entire field. His puppeteer style also helps out with that. So, defensively and offensively, he was one of the only people that could read size plays in general. Same thing with Shido. Shido still needs that level of vision to read size plays too, to react to them. So, personally, I feel like it's close, but I gotta give it to Ren since he definitely has more feats and playmaking as well with his vision. So that would lead us into the conclusion that I do think that Ren and Shido are close. I do think it is close in U20, but as a striker, I feel like Ren just has way more things going for him. He's more well-rounded. It's not just like penalty box shooting, good off the ball, and a good physical like Shido. Since they do have really good physicals. Ren is just as a player, especially when he enters flow, is a more unstoppable force to be reckoned with. When Shido can be detained with the right player or the right group amount of people on him. At that point in U20, Ren in his flow state literally couldn't have been stopped. Even when Shido got on him, it only lowered the chances down to 50%. 50%. So in a one-on-one standpoint, nobody could have stopped him on the field. So I do feel like Ren's flow compared to Shido's flow, Ren would be slightly over him due to the fact that he's just way more well-rounded, and the only feat we get of Shido is the Big Bang Drive, which would, just upscale his shooting. But I still feel like Ren, even though he got double teamed and he missed the goal, I still feel like his shooting would be slightly over due to the intelligence of his shot taking and everything. I just think he would be more preferable as a striker. But that's pretty much all I have for this video. And I appreciate you guys for watching, and subscribe and like if you liked the video. And yeah, that's pretty much all. I'll probably have way more better structured videos coming soon. I'm dropping videos like this to keep the consistency up because I'm trying to get into the habit of uploading every single day. But eventually, better structured videos will be coming. But I hope you guys are satisfied with this. And I will see you guys next time. Peace.